Hey hooligans, back again. So we've created our project. We've gone ahead and dragged our FBX file into our Unreal Engine project. Now let's start to see how we can get our hooligan appearing on our stage when we play. Because again, if we go back right now and we hit the play button, we still just have really a blank canvas, right? But we started bringing assets into our content window and our content drawer. And so that's, the first step in really getting us creating some valuable and some cool stuff. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and create our first blueprint. And so if you right click here, first go to the blueprints folder and right click, and you'll notice there's a whole bunch of assets and things that you can create. Assets around animation or blendables or foliage, materials. We're going to go ahead and create a blueprint class, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on what these classes are. There's a lot to learn here and a lot to things that I don't know about, but realistically we're going to focus on just right now a character, which is a type of blueprint. So let's call our character, go back and rename this. We'll call it Hooli 1830 because that's the name of our Hooli. So now we have our first blueprint, and let's open it up and see what goes on in a blueprint. So what we have here is we have an empty blueprint that comes with a colander, sort of a collider here, and it's got capsule collider, collision collider, the arrow component, which tells you which direction is facing forward. And then mesh, and mesh is the important part here. So when you go over from mesh and you go over to the right under the details, and you see under mesh here, okay, skeletal mesh none. Now, what do you think we want to do here? We want to go ahead, since we loaded our Hooligan 1830 in, we want to go ahead and choose that as the skeletal mesh for this particular character blueprint. Voila, there's our Hooli. Now, these tools sometimes are tough to work with up here. You'll get a hang of it, but it's obviously an X, Y, and Z axis tool. There's manipulating an X, Y, and Z. There's rotation. There's ways to step up and down the number of ticks on the grid, so how you move it. But you'll get used to those, and this isn't necessarily, I'm not really here to go into great detail on using those tools, but you'll get practice. So what you do then is really you want to go ahead and take the Hooli and you want to move him down a little bit. So that's probably our first step, is to move him down a little, because right now you want him to sort of be within that capsule collider, and we can adjust that later. You'll see when we play and we sort of see him out there. The second thing you want to do is that arrow. So this arrow is facing in the direction that is frontal, right? So what you want to do is go ahead and use the rotate tool and rotate him 90 degrees so that his body is facing in the direction that is the front of the scene. So real simple. I'm not going to do too much more in this video except show you that we've loaded our character. We've gone ahead and assigned the mesh of this blueprint to our hooligan, and you want to save and compile. So there you go, compilation of Hooli 830 successful. So our first blueprint has been saved and has been compiled, and we are off and running with a player character blueprint. So that's it for this video. I'm gonna get into some more functionality here and get us to a point where we can get our actual character in the scene when we play it in the next video.